Hello everybody, my name is Pentahybrid and welcome to this first look video at a game called Loop Hero by 4 Quarters Team and published by our very own lovely game publisher, Devolver Digital. This is the newest hit sensation in the indie scene. It has taken the world by storm. Every single person on the planet is playing it right now. You cannot go on Twitch or YouTube without seeing a video or a stream of this game right now from everywhere from Dan's Gaming, Cobalt Streak, Man vs. Game, everybody in the Wholesome Versus playing it. This game has completely captured the gaming community right now, and I can understand why. I have avoided almost everything about it up until this point. Even just as much as like having these quality of life and accessibility features on the page, from the pixel fonts to the high-res fonts to this dyslexia-friendly fonts, are very cool. I do adore the pixel fonts, but because I know a lot of people in my community have a hard time reading, I am actually going to be playing with the high-res fonts. That is for the community out there that has trouble reading, especially because I have some people who are major parts of my community that have English as a second language. It can get really tough. And so we're going to play with the high-res fonts, even though I love the pixel fonts. High-res fonts are work for me as well. Can we just talk, first and foremost, not about the game, the music? The main menu theme of this song is the main menu theme of this game is an absolute bop. Now, I did play the tutorial off stream, off camera, just so I could have a bit of an understanding about it, because it is a very auto-battler type game. For those that don't know what it is an auto-battler deck-building roguelite, where you as a hero run around a loop automatically, going through battles, combats, and building phases, all done automatically, but you can pause the game, switch equipment, gain cards, place down things to get power-ups. That's where the roguelite stuff comes in. And then at the end of every cycle, you fight a boss, and it just sounds incredible. It looks incredible. I cannot wait to get my hands on the actual expeditions in the game. So without further ado, we're going to start a save slot here. And I'm probably just going to skip through the tutorial as much as I can, because it's going to make me do it again anyway. But I did not watch this. The stars in the sky are going out one by one. I skipped all this, by the way. This is new to me. I only did the tutorial. I skipped all the cinematics. But no one notices it. No one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. Ooh, the ooziness. There's a freaking Sans! Sans the skeleton is raining down megalovania on the world. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. It is Sans! Even the memory of it will be gone. It is Sans! This is like the sequel to Undertale and Bastion. It's the Calamity, and Sans was actually the cause of the Calamity. That's the kid, and there's Rux right there. There's a crossover, epic crossover, Avengers, MCU, let's go. And even if there's absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will be someone who's willing to do the impossible, to kill Sans! In a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. This is the loop. It's a very clever game. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? It's such a cool idea, right? Like, just thematically, right? Think of it thematically. The way that Bastion was written by Supergiant Games, also Hades is coming to the channel for those that don't know. The way that Bastion was written, which is one of my favorite games of all time, it was about this shattered world that was... There were survivors trying to make their lives as good as they possibly could in this corrupted, shattered, fragmented world. And this is kind of the same thing, where this freaking dickhead skeleton came out of nowhere and just, you know, pissed darkness all over everything and ripped everything asunder. And now there's just me, the main character from Ghosts and Goblins, trying to do loops around this campfire circle, playing cards onto the battlefield to give myself stat boosts, forests, mountains, plains, lakes, stuff like that, and then all the while fighting combats and getting upgrades and getting swords, shields, armors, rings. It's such a unique way to tell a story through the mechanics of the game, and that's one of the things that I look for in a game, is can a roguelite tell me a story without being overbearing via the mechanics of the game. And this is such a great way to do it. It's just like, hey, this loop here is completely empty. You have to put stuff on the map. How do we tell a story with that? Well, here's the thing. A skeleton came from space and blew the world up. You got to put it all back together like a jigsaw. It's amazing. It's very cool. Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. And then you just right-click, and your guy just moves around the world. Hope I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall, if such a thing as nightfall even exists without a sky, of course. It's an interesting philosophical question. Is there a such thing as a day-night cycle without the sky? I don't think there is. I mean, time would still exist, but you would have no recollection of what time was. I'm going to pause it real quick just to showcase. Here's your cozy camp. A comfortable place to stay. It's strange, but all monsters try to keep away from it. It heals 20% HP upon entering it. Bit of an exploration on the UI here. Loop enemy level 1. So this is my first loop. There's basic enemies, level 1 stuff. This is my character's HP. This is all my equipment. So rings, or no, that's a belt, ring, necklace, ring, boot, gloves, helmet, weapon, shield, and armor. And I'm assuming the grayed out ones are stuff that I have no access to yet, but eventually I will probably unlock ways to do it. This is where my equipment and items go. When I loot them, they go here, and then I can equip them via doing this. I'm sure there's some passive items that can go in here as well that don't count up here, and I'm sure there's some active items or consumables, like an HP consumable, like a fruit or something that would go in here. Seems very RPG mechanic influence, so maybe that's a thing. And then down here is where all of our stats for our current run is. My dude's a naked little white pixel boy. He has nothing on him. He's fighting with his bare hands, even though his pixel says he has a sword or a dagger. He doesn't actually. He's fighting with his fists. He does 4 to 6 damage and has nothing else to live for. Up here shows what phase of the game we're in. If I'm walking around, it's adventure. If I'm planning, it's the eye is closed. Here's our speed modifier, which I'm actually going to go double speed to get through this tutorial. I'm going to talk through the tutorial, but I already did it just to save us time, really. Right here is a map completion. When this bar is filled up, the boss gets summoned. And then when this is our day progress, which basically just shows, I believe, the time between us getting to the next... Oh no, at the end of that bar, a monster spawns. That's right. At the end of the day, a monster will spawn on the map. A living ball of slime, quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and then everything will come back to normal. Traveling, fighting, and other actions are done automatically. That can't affect them. It's an auto battler. So as I just sit here, things fight, but if I hover over stuff, I can look at their stats and pause the combat. I can also pause the combat by right-clicking, I believe. No, I can't. I take that back. This was a sword before. Even that's random. In the tutorial, it's random. Hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in that remains of this thing. It's not fully digested. Here's an axe, 4 to 6 damage. So it's the same as our fist, but at least there's a sword. Or an axe. I think I remember there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories? Do they belong to that slime? And then these are the cards you get after you win a combat. So right here, this is the wasteland. There's absolutely nothing here except slime. 5% chance of a slime spawning during the day. This is where it gets cool. So this is the deck building part of it, from my understanding. You collect these cards that you then place on the map to gain boosts. So this is a grove. A gentle rustle of leaves, a crack of dry branch, and a feeling of being watched. Spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. The wolf can move to an adjacent tile. So I put the thing here, and now I have a grove here. And now this walk here will spawn a rat wolf. And then I fight the rat wolf, which is a 16 out of 16 HP. He does 3.42 damage, and he attacks 0.75 times a turn. He's living and has a soul. Do I know what that means at all? Not a damn thing. We also have plus 2% damage from something, so we're doing 8 to 12 damage a turn. We just got a lance. Forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream. Or remembered as a bad... Damn! It's good that nobody's listening, except for you kind YouTube viewers. Alright, you can get new items or cards during battle, as you probably already noticed. Some items have unique abilities, and most of the cards. But hovering over an item or card, you can expect its property. So this is a spear, which is 4 to 6 damage and has a counter of 10%, a counter chance of 10%. I believe when you replace something, it immediately gets destroyed, but that's fine. Here's a rock. This is just a basic rock. It's a magnificent rock, and it gives you strength. Plus 2 HP, and then plus 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. I'm going to put that there, so we automatically get plus 2 HP. But we do not get the plus 2 more HP because there's not another rock nearby it. But I can put this forest over here to give me an attack speed bonus. Great! So there was a mountain over there, and here is a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. That goes into the building aspect of the game. So we're just going to skip this for now, and we're going to just continue the day. Because as soon as we get to the campfire, it's going to show us... I think it's time to get some rest. And then whenever you get back to your camp, you have a chance to retreat from the loop. Otherwise, you could just keep going around and around, and I believe it just gets harder and harder. But when you use this, I believe it resets to level 1, but the loot is obviously worse. So I can retreat back to my camp. I will keep my resources, but I will lose nothing. And I retreat back to the camp. And now this is where it gets really cool to me. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of these problems. And now I can build. And this theme is really cool. This music is amazing. I'm going to go and buy the soundtrack immediately once I'm done with this video. Because I went from doing the tutorial straight into the recording. So as soon as this video is done, and this is likely to be a series. If you guys want this to be a series on the channel, first and foremost, if you're new to the channel and you're just watching this video because you're looking for Loop Hero content, my name is Pentahybrid. I do a lot of roguelites and indie content on this channel. I also stream over on Twitch, where I'm mostly a Escape from Tarkov player, but I do play other stuff over there as well. But if you guys like games like Binding of Isaac, Loop Hero, Enter the Gungeon, Nuclear Throne stuff, and you find a home here, hit that subscribe button, join the channel. We would love to have you in the community, but if you want this to be a series, whether it's your first time being here or if you're a regular viewer, smack the like button, and then a comment down below letting me know if you want this to be a series. Question of the day is, have you played Loop Hero, and what are your thoughts on it? And I want to see some paragraphs, okay? Let's get it done. This is the building menu. And boy, do I want to play around with a lot of this, because it goes from a simple campfire to a field kitchen, all the way up to a cemetery, to an intel center, to a war camp, all the way up to bridges, rivers, alchemist tents. It's common campfire, warm and cozy, monsters keep away from it, so it's a nice spot to have some rest between your travels. It's also the center of your camp and the starting point of your adventures. Your hero restores 20% of his HP upon entering the campfire tile. And that's the tutorial. Expedition. Let's go. Oh, baby. Excuse me, quick drink. A lot of slimes. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. Looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I am the worst savior of all. Let's do it. Slime! The music is such a banger, too. Oh my god, the music in this game is so good. Alright, so we got a beacon. A worthless landmark in a world with no direction. 40% movement speed within its range and 20% attack speed for all units. Honestly, let's put that right there. That way we have an attack speed bonus for this this slime. Oh, I attack so fast. Holy crap. Is that another beacon? Road Lantern. A small spot of light in this grim world decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. Ooh. Decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. The effective lanterns can stack. Absolutely, we'll do that. That's a nice little corner spot for that, too. This is 3 slimes in a row. Looks like I'm not fighting them all at once. I have seen some screenshots in the press kits that there's, like, multiple combats at once. Oh, baby. Max HP 90, max HP 88. I don't know if you can actually lose armor, so I'm just going to keep that in my inventory for now. A spider cocoon. A silky bastion of 8-legged hunter spawns a spider on adjacent tile once a day. Yeah, let's go there. Because I'll have a day before I get there. Treasury. Thick walls. Guard all kinds of riches from thieves and previous owners. Gives a random resource after placing anything on adjacent tile. Can be built adjacent to anything. So if I place this here, anything I build around it's just going to give me loot. Or give me resources. Okay. Seems cool. We are so tanky now. I don't know if you actually lose Oblivion. A bit of the Lich's magic. Okay, so Sans is the Lich. And it's a... What are these... Is this the phases of the moon that it's effective? Because it's day, midday, and night? Or is that like a... I don't know. A bit of the Lich's magic causes anything to be totally forgotten. It erases any established tiles. It erases monsters from the road. So let's get rid of this Lich. Let's get rid of this boy. And we'll equip the sword to give us an 8 to 12 damage. Oh my god, we hit him so hard. And we have an axe now for 3 to 5. I'm actually not going to take it. Rock. So we know what the rocks do. Let's put the rocks up here. It gave us a rock. So this should be a spider. Yeah. We got a spider now. A mountain. Put that right next to this. That's another plus 2 max HP. Plus 2 max HP, right? Oh, plus 5 max HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. Okay, so mountains are better than rocks, clearly. Yeah, look at this one. It's got a half moon on it. Maybe that can only be used at a certain point in the day? I'm not sure. Hungry eyes follow your every move through the holes in the roof. Adds a vampire battle, or adds vampires to battle on adjacent tiles. Maybe here, and then it'll combine with a lantern? I don't know if that's a synergy or not. Oh, you're dead. I thought you were going to be tough. Is there any reason to swap out equipment? Does this stuff, does it break? I'm not sure if it breaks or not. Nah, keep going. Let's do one more round. Let's do one more round. I want to fight a vampire before I rest. I also don't know what happens when you stop. Like, I'm assuming this all goes away, and then it resets you back to normal, but... Yeah, this is just not even nearly as good. Huh. Rock. More max HP. We should get a vampire here shortly. Enemies definitely getting tougher here now. Meadow. Earth covered with a thick carpet of grass. Nothing really interesting unless you're a cow, of course. Heals 2 HP at the start of each day. You know what? We'll put that right next to the treasure. We get a bunch of loot from it. What do we get? Rations and noticeable change. 20 changes form a complete metamorphosis. This is enough to turn a caterpillar into a butterfly and a seed into a sprout or a drop of water into a steam. Will turn itself into something else if you collect enough of it. That seems pretty cool. Preserved pebbles. 12 rations form a wheel of food. 10 pieces of pebble form 1 preserved rock. This is so cool, man! Like, and those aren't regular resources. Because you can see... I think this is our building stuff, and this is our normal stuff. Also, we have no vampires. Where are my vampires at? Where are my vampires at? Adds vampires to battle on adjacent tiles. Give me a defense upgrade, please. I don't know if there's a reason to keep this stuff. Oh, there's so many spiders down there. Rock. More max HP. Another pebble. There's so many spiders. Alright, here's where it's going to get tough. Meadow. A blooming meadow. Thought I was good. Wow, it's a blooming meadow. Heals 3 HP at the start of a day. Okay. Make this our spider home. Music is just banging. Ooh, it's another road lantern. That's actually really good for where we're at right now. Ooh, this music is so good. Are you hearing? Oh my god, of course you're hearing it. You're listening. That's another blooming meadow. Oh, it's adjacent tiles. So this one isn't going to get affected, maybe. Dude, I'm so healthy. Let's go once more around the sun. I have so much HP. I'm not seeing any vampires. Maybe the lantern's actually hurting it. I might have to destroy that lantern. We'll see what happens with this lantern over here. Oh, because the stuff's still... Oh, it's not spawning on here. It's not. We have to get rid of those lanterns. We gotta find a way to get rid of them. This music is an absolute bop, dude. God, this game is like 15 bucks, ladies and gentlemen. It's like $15. Another vampire mansion. You know what? Put a vampire mansion next to our vampire mansion. Put a mountain up here. We're gonna start getting tested here. These guys are gonna start ripping us apart. Yeah, we're getting shredded. That's a ring, though. Ooh, we're getting shredded. We might have... Yeah, we're gonna rest after this one. This is gonna get tough. This one's a rat wolf. Put that there. Magic damage. Yeah, it's like nothing here is... Nothing has a secondary effect, unfortunately. Oh, God. We may die. $8 to 12. There's a big damage boost. Damage to all. Wait, what? I'm not doing any magic stuff. This fight's gonna suck. Ooh! Alright, we're tanky. We tanky, boys. Level 2 armor. Ooh! How do you get rid of stuff? Can I just, like, right-click on it? No. This is our test. This is our test. Look at that, baby! And we got a mountain out of it. Oh, my God. And another meadow. Oh, my God. Another meadow. Let's put the mountain right here. Max HP 175 regen per second. I gotta take it. That's so good. It's a health regen? Absolutely. Okay, let's... Yeah, let's keep all our resources and retreat to our crafty boy. So we got a... Oh my God, hello, madam. I can't believe it. Hey, everybody, the boy has managed to return. I'm just a boy? I'm just a boy? Survivors. Does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from. Or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure. We're not sure. We reached a conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone knows here, have never even been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot. Exactly. It's like people disappear every day and we instantly forget they even existed, almost as if we've forgotten the place we came from, and our families, and maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. Yoda? That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. But wait, you said that I'd managed to return. That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen, we can't wander around this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here, a real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Of course. I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. There's no point to do it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted, but we'd be glad to help if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving as a group is too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear people's voices. Yo. We weren't joking about helping you. Here's a few things that survived the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Oh, baby. Food supply. Small pack of food found in the ruins of the New World. Unlike the rest of the world, hunger is still here, and you'll need all the means you can get to fight it. More rations, a little bit more preserved rock, apparently untouched by the Lich's curse, and thus suitable for building despite shapelessness of the world. Stable wood. A log that somehow managed to keep its structural integrity despite the chaos of the world. Stackable branches. 12 will make a beam of stable wood and then more noticeable change. Statistics. I haven't lost any. You're a keeper, aren't you? Aw, thank you, game. Thanks, Devolver. And by Devolver, I mean 4 quarters. A field kitchen. Ooh. Okay, so we can make... They're lightly grayed out. I'm assuming that means I have access to make them, but I don't have the means to make them. So it looks like a field kitchen is what we need to make. A very important place for any camp. Your nose isn't lying. There's good food here. Plus 10% to the campfire's healing power and unlocks the Blood Grove card. Ooh, Blood Grove. Probably vampirism. Hands of the herbalist always remember how to mix dried herbs and brew healing potions. Potions heal 4% of max HP. You can make up to 3 potions with you. 2 potions are refilled at the camp and unlocks a swamp card. That seems really good. So there are potions confirmed here, but also you can refill your potions like an Estus from Dark Souls. There's always work for a blacksmith, apocalypse or not. Lets you start an expedition with basic warrior gear and unlocks the ability to craft tools for the camp if supply depot is built. Oh baby, give me the field kitchen. Would that be right there? Oh baby. Yo, what's up, dude? You look like that one guy from the anime that I watched that one time. And by that I mean you look like every anime dad. You're the dad from the military that has a mysterious past that ends up being the villain in the 9th season. That's every anime bad guy. You know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. I mean, I come from a family of cooks, I do know this. What, you were waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Yes, like you are the anime dad. Very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes. Oh my god, I love potatoes. I'm loving this guy. 3 onions, specifically 3 onions and some ham. Nothing special. You're not gonna make a good stew with only 3 onions. Maybe like a half half pot. Maybe you get away with that, but you need at least like 5 onions for a good stew. Let's be honest here. I'm gonna go get you some onions, bud. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. Give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table, following the tasty smell of a good stew. I was talking about your stew. You need more onions. What's your name, Geralt? He doesn't have a name. I'm gonna call him Geralt. Okay. So that's a level 1 with a little boy there, little thingy. It's been 27 minutes. I might just call the Let's Look At here. And then I might just record more. I know I haven't uploaded this yet by the time that I'm making this commentary, but I might just record more, and if you guys are interested in seeing this as a series, I'll start uploading them immediately. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, of course you know what to do. My name is Hybrid. Like the video, comment down below like I asked you earlier, and of course subscribe to the channel. Let's get us back to 30,000 subs. If we get to 30,000 subs, I promised I would rank every single item in the Binding of Isaac. I don't look forward to it, but it will be fun. It's going to be like 5 hours, but it's worth it. So let's get back there. If you guys enjoyed the video, it makes my day to be making this content for you. So without further ado, this was Loop Hero by 4 quarters and published by Devolver Digital. Shoutouts to both those teams. Even though I did purchase the game with my own money, I believe I have a key sitting in my email somewhere, but I was too lazy to rummage through it. So bought it myself, and I'm going to go buy the soundtrack in about 8 minutes. We'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys next time.